Youth mental health has significantly declined in the past few decades.
I think that we really are gaslighting young people. We're telling them they should be fine. We made it through. This is just the teen years. It's hard.
The overwhelming amount of data about how they're the most depressed generation.
Gen Z is the most unhappiest generation we ever saw. Like, have you ever wondered why the most connected generation is the most dissatisfied and saddening generation we ever saw? I mean, think about it. How weird and contradicting that is that the most connected generation and active generation on social media apps like Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, where you literally capture every moment or every place you go and send to thousands and hundreds of people being comfortable enough to share where you are and to maintain a bare streak, I guess, right? Yeah. And you are fine with it. You are fine maintaining a streak with everyone who you may have just saw once and you are now connected on Snapchat. But think about it. After all of this, they are still dissatisfied. They are still unhappy. They are still sad. And there are thousands of more social media apps that I'm talking about as well. I'm talking about Discord as well. Let me take you back to 1930 Harvard study. Harvard did a research and that went for years. And that concluded, after years, it was concluded that there's a 71% correlation between social relation and happiness. That is as twice as a correlation between smoking and cancer. And that is mind blowing. I mean, think about it. How social interaction is so important for us. Let me take you back and let me recall some of the points why I think Gen Z generation is getting unfit. The first point, if the quantity of connectivities goes up, the quality of connection comes down. And that is something very automatic. I mean, you can see that the technology is taking over the human interaction. And the day it surpasses over the human interaction, that day we will see a world of idiots when we are supposed to have a smart youth. Maybe building flying cars. Who knows, right? Few months ago, I saw this very funny post on the Tires of Friendship on Pinterest. And it goes like, we can hang out, I can take a bullet for you, we can travel together, and now it is, I can talk to you on call. My second point, depression. A recent study in 2012 shows that depression has raised by 140% in females and 160% in males. And what could be a major reason for that? Can you think about it? For me, it's body dysmorphia. I have noticed, and it was a research study as well, that body dysmorphia is getting so common. Girls as young as 10 are facing this issue. Body dysmorphia is basically when you compare yourself, when you compare your body physicality to any person. Maybe a person who has just walked by, maybe you who just or maybe who you just saw online. You compare yourself. And even I compared myself at some point. जब मैंने नया नया इंस्टाग्राम अकाउंट बनाया था, आई कंपेयर माई सेल्फ टू एवरी अदर गर्ल आई सॉ, जो शायद अपनी बॉडी पे 5-6 सालों से काम कर रही हो, या फिर जिन्होंने फिल्टर्स अप्लाई किए हों बहुत सारे, या फिर जस्ट अ रैंडम गर्ल हु इज जस्ट आउट देयर. आई कंपेयर माई सेल्फ टू एवरी वन. But in me, the good point was that it wasn't loud and dramatic. But in some people, it gets very loud and dramatic. And that takes over them. And when it takes over them, you have self-doubt. You have traumatic responses. And that self-doubt is enough to kill you. This insecurity. Can you believe a mere 10-year-old comparing herself, being dissatisfied from her body, when she's supposed to play, or he is supposed to play out there, enjoy, and just be out there? They're comparing themselves. Let's come to the third point, which is a little bit linked to this second point, that is audience consciousness. A very, very, very big point. Audience consciousness. I mean, Gen Z is trying to maintain this so-called image or reputation. I mean, this is so funny. I mean, this is too relatable and you will see everywhere. They're so-called embarrassed by something which doesn't even exist. I mean, they feel they're constantly evaluated or observed by people who maybe don't even exist, but they do think that. Recently I was gone to a wedding. My cousins were there, and she's 12 or 13-year-old. So her father was dancing happily. एक शादी में of course ये सब चीजें तो होती हैं. He was very dancing very openly. He was giving speeches. He was very happy that day, basically. And she was getting embarrassed by it. So, I asked her कि what makes you embarrassed. So she says कि लोग देख रहे हैं, it's not fine, I don't feel good, I just feel embarrassed, I don't know why. ठीक है? So Gen Z is trying to maintain this reputation, this evaluation by others, which doesn't even has to exist at the first place. This constant thinking that you are being evaluated by others, that you have to match the standards of others, that you have to stand on the perception of others, is what audience consciousness is. And to conclude all of these points, I just want to say, guys, that your persona is not based on other people's opinion. It is based on you. It is based on what you do, what you're best at. We have a lot of ideal versions in our mind. We have this studious version, we have this beautiful version, we have this fit version, we have this studious, athletic, every version of ourselves in our mind. But when you think about it, you are expecting too much from yourself, guys. And we don't have to. We honestly don't have to expect too much, that it starts getting on to us, that it starts hurting us, which is. We don't have to think like that, guys. Just understand this. We don't have to take so much pressure on us. Maybe तुम वहां उस पोजीशन पे हो जहां लोग एक्चुअल में जाना चाहते हैं. Just look around. Maybe that's where you are, where people prayed for. So start being satisfied with what you are. Yes, work on your body. No one is saying that what you don't like, start rejecting it straightfully, that, body positivity, that's just negative body positivity. If you find something genuinely negative, you finding that yes, I should work upon it, do. If you're not good on studies, do. If you're not good in terms of physicality, like you think that this needs to get fixed, my shoulder needs to get fixed, I have to improve this, or whatever, I have to go to the gym, ye wo, do that. No one is stopping you. Go for it, do that. But when it takes upon you, when you start thinking about that the whole day, when it starts ruining your mood, when it starts getting pressured, you don't have to take so much pressure. And that's all I want to say. Thank you.